Hey folks, Smitty back with you. Just touching base with you. Going to start making some wash, and so I thought I'd bring you along. Remember, this is just for entertainment only. So since I'm just a beginner at this, here's what we got. 10 pounds of cracked corn. We have our Red Star yeast and our Red Star quick rise yeast. We'll put them two together. We have our amylase enzyme, and we have the pure cane granulated sugar. We're going to put all that together into this right here, and right now we're just heating up some water. So we'll bring you back here shortly. Okay folks, got our water going here. It's almost heated up to a boil. We got it at about 180 degrees right now. So here in a minute I'm going to start adding in my ingredients. I like to add a little bit at a time so it don't lump up. I'll add a little bit, stir it, add a little bit, and stir it. So I'll bring you back here in a minute. Okay folks, now comes the next part. We're going to start throwing the corn in. We have the water almost to a real good boil, and we'll show you here what it looks like. Got 4 gallons of water in my pot. I got my 10 pounds of cracked corn, 10 pounds of sugar, my yeast, and my enzyme. So we'll start putting things together here. And when we add that corn in there for the next hour and a half, all we're going to be doing is stirring. So we'll kind of show you what we're doing here. As we're adding in, I just use a solo cup. We start spreading it around because we don't want to scorch the bottom or anything like that. Made me a hillbilly stir stick. We're going to start stirring that around, get it going. And as I do that, then I add another cup. And that's what we're going to do over and over until I get it all added in. And I'll bring you back. All right, folks, got the corn added. Turned the heat down a little bit on it. Sorry for the shadow. And you can kind of see how it thickens up on us. And that's what we're looking for. And what we're going to do is we're going to let that cook. And we're going to keep stirring it because you don't want to scorch the bottom of it. And so we're going to let that cook for about an hour and a half. And then we'll bring you back here in a little bit. This is Smitty, and we'll talk to you. Okay folks, been a little while, about 40 minutes. I'll show you what we got here. Like I said, when you got this on the heat, you can't not stop stirring, otherwise you're going to scorch the bottom, and that kind of ruins it for you. But you can see from where we were to what we have now, it thickens up. We're going to start to let that cool down now, so I'm going to let it just sit off heat and let it cool down. And then we're going to add our enzyme, and we'll bring you back when we do that. Talk at you. Okay folks, here's where we are. I emptied my pot that I was cooking the corn in. We put it in our barrel. We got to let that cool down again. It's still cooling down. We got to get it down to 155, and then we're going to add our enzyme into there. And while that's cooling down, I'm going to rinse my pot out and start heating up some water, 4 more gallons of water, because we're going to add our sugar, and then we're going to put it all together. So I'll bring you back here as soon as we add the enzyme. Okay folks, just checked our temp, and we're down to 155 where we need to be. And now we're going to add our amylase enzyme. And what that's going to do is that's going to take that cornstarch and it's going to break it down into sugar. So it's 0.3 teaspoons per gallon. So I got 4 gallons there. So we're going to add our teaspoon into there, and we'll bring you back after it does its magic. Hey folks, just wanted to bring you back and show you after we added that enzyme, how thick it was before, and I want you to show you just how all of a sudden, look at all that, how runny that's gotten now. You can stir it with this plastic spoon. Before you couldn't even hardly roll it over. So we're going to let that eat up some more while we're heating up our water to get our sugar in there. We'll bring you back. Okay, got the water warming up. Going to start adding our pure cane granulated sugar. I add a little bit at a time, so I pour it in the pot, dump it in there, stir it in. Again, don't like it to lump up, and I got warm water. I know it's going to take a little while to cool it back down, but I kind of like it better that way. We'll bring you back. All right, so cooked our corn, added our enzyme, 4 gallons of water. 4 gallons of water, added our 9 pounds of sugar, and now we're going to put together both. So you can see in there all the liquid in there from that enzyme that's eating up that starch and turning that all into sugar. So we're going to add our water in there to give us a total of 8 gallons. We're going to let that cool down to about 95 degree Fahrenheit, between 90 and 100 degree Fahrenheit, and then we're going to add our yeast. We'll bring you back. Okay folks, we have our wash down to temp, so what we're going to do is we're going to pitch the yeast, and I'll show you what we have. I have the Red Star yeast, and I have 2 different types here, and I usually put in about a ½ ounce to maybe an ounce of it, but I use my little red solo cup, put it right in there, and we're going to dump her in. So see what we got here, and all I do is just kind of sprinkle it in over the top of it, and I'll bring you back here in a second. Okay, we have everything added in. We're going to let that sit 7 to 14 days due to the temperatures we have here where I'm at, but we'll kind of check it daily, and we'll bring you back and keep you up to date. This is Smitty, and we'll talk to you.